Okay folks, today's tutorial is gonna be a short one but a very handy one which you could incorporate into your starter session. You need a third-party rack extension by Groovy Melon, but this is totally free in the shop, so just search for Groovy Melon. I think it's the only rack extension made by Groovy Melon. In this example, we take the Morfin Xf as input hub. So instead of just using input 1 and 2, we could hook this up like so and go back from here into the sampling input, both sides. And we need to take the fader to only A. In this example, there's a reason I put 1 and 2 only into the left jack. That's because if you only use the left jack, you get a mono signal, and on most audio interfaces, channel 1 and 2 are just mono sources like a microphone or something, and 3, 4, and 5, 6 are stereo channels, so you could hook up a drum computer or a piano to it or some other stereo channel. So my setup would be inset 1 for my microphone, inset 2 for a guitar or something similar, guitar, bass, or whatever. 3, 4 would be my turntable to sample off of a record. 5 and 6 would be my piano. They're currently not hooked up, but we could switch our inputs here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We could also increase or decrease our recording level here internally, and we could flip the phase if we need to. We also got this B section over here, which is basically the same as the A section here. But what we could do now is we go to 2 different inputs. It's 3, 4 here and 5, 6 on A. And we could crossfade between them if we need it for whatever reason, but we are able to. And we could also choose our fade type here. So depending on what we are doing here, it would affect the sound between A and B. So the fade in, fade out stage, the crossfade. Okay folks, while cutting this video, I discovered I haven't explained why this tool is useful. In case you didn't know, the sampling input here is responsible for all the instruments that got a sampling button on them. So for instance, you got a sampling button over here on Europa, you got a sample button over here on Rain, you got a sampling button for each pad on Kong, and so on and so forth. By choosing the inputs via the Morfin Xf, you could hook up to 3 or more audio inputs. So for instance, you could also say they are all mono, so you could hook up to 8 different sampling sources in one go, but you would always choose 1 and 2 or 3 and 4 at the same time, which shouldn't be a problem if you record 1 by 1. So there wouldn't be an input on input 3 if you play the instrument that's hooked up into 4. So this is very useful if you sample drums, for instance, and got different mics hooked up, so you could just switch here instead of every time switching a new cable into the sampling input. You could also put this in a combinator and make something great with this. So we put this in here, get this to here and go in here. And now we also have the option to get some crazy stuff here going, or just give us the faders we need to get something out of here. Okay, this was a short one today, but I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you could incorporate it into future sessions of you, and have a nice day. See you until next time. Ciao.